Hi YouTube, what's up? Sean McLean here from Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic Produce. I'm back, and today we're in for a treat. We're going to be dealing with line breeding today. So sit back and relax, because that's our topic right after the intro.
Yes folks, so today the topic is line breeding. Now, line breeding is a form of inbreeding. The difference with line breeding is that it's done in a structured way, with the main goal being the ability to maximize the passing on of genetics of a particular animal. Now if you're not too clear on what that means, keep watching, because we're going to go into a little more detail as we go along. Alright, so stay tuned.
Yes, well, as Sean said earlier, line breeding is a type of inbreeding, and you'll realize that we'd have mentioned the word animal and not specifically rabbit. The reason for that is that line breeding can be done with any breed of animal, right? So stay tuned and we'll give you more information.
Right, so talking about breeding closely related animals. Some examples of close breeding would be like brother to sister, cousins, father to daughter, mother to son. Now to a lot of people this may sound a bit repulsive, but it's important to note in the animal world that every single breed of animal on the planet was created through some form of either inbreeding or line breeding or both.
You see, and that's the difference, right, between line breeding and inbreeding. Line breeding is performed in a structured way, usually to enhance or to encourage a specific trait. An example of that may be to enhance a specific color, like a New Zealand red. A lot of people breed New Zealand reds, line breed them in order to improve the color, the deepness of the red. Right, so, and for inbreeding is more unstructured, where you're just probably housing some rabbits in a commune and they just interbreed. So that's the major difference. We are going to be using line breeding to maximize specific genetics that will be passed on from a particular buck or a particular doe. Right? So going forward, what you want to do is to be very careful, because the same way that you want to pass on specific traits or genes that you want to keep, with line breeding you could also pass on negative traits. So it is very important to be very generous in culling. Ensure that you only keep the offspring that have the positive traits that you want to keep, and cull the rest. That's very important.
Very true, very true. Now let's look at a standard line breeding chart, and now maybe you'll get a clearer picture of the process of line breeding, and hopefully you'll understand why you want to do line breeding as part of your breeding program. Okay, so let's look at the chart. Okay guys, now to my right you'll see what is a standard line breeding chart. You'll notice at the very top they start off with two, what I would suggest be two full-blooded pedigreed rabbits of the same breed. Now you're going to notice that they go down to about 6 generations, and what is important to note is that from the first generation down to the 6th generation, you see where by following the line breeding process you end up with a rabbit that is almost 100% of the original genetics that you started off with. Now this is one of the reasons why line breeding is so useful in rabbit farming, because look at generation 1. When you cross those first 2 animals, generation 2 will still be good rabbits, but you notice that they're all only 50% of the original genetics from each parent, because you get half of the genetics from the doe and half of the genetics from the buck. So you have a offspring that is 50% of each of the parents. So you see that if you had a buck or a doe that in your opinion is a very high standard and good quality, through one breeding to that second generation, you see where you have already lost 50% of his genetic material. Now that's huge. That is why if people don't do line breeding in a very short space of time, they notice that the quality of their rabbits diminishes gradually, and then they start thinking about bringing in new blood into their rabbitry. But you can see from this chart that if you follow the line breeding process, by the time you get to the 6th generation, you would have retained almost 100% of the genetics from the original pair that you started off with. Now, let's look at the time factor, because this is a process that is obviously going to take a long time. Now, you can look at it positively or negatively. When you're doing line breeding, let's say you breed that first pair, it's going to take you about a month for that litter to kindle, and then it's going to take you about 6 months growth time before you can select best doe and buck from that litter to continue your line breeding program. So you're looking at about 7 months between each generation. Now that's a long time. On the other hand, seeing that it takes 7 months between each generation, and we're looking at approximately 6 generations, which would give you about 42 months, which is about 3.5 years. It means then that if you follow a structured line breeding program, it's going to be a long time before there's a need for you to go looking for new genetics to introduce into your rabbitry. Of course, this will only apply if you had started off with good quality rabbits to begin with. That's why we always emphasize start right, start good, start with the best possible rabbits, make that investment, and it's going to pay off for you in the long run. So guys, again, thanks for watching. We're glad to have you all here. Thanks for tuning into our channel. Right, don't forget to click the like button if you like this video. Please share it with someone so that they too could benefit from the information. If it's your first time with us, of course we want you to subscribe to our channel. Click that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell as well so you'll get notifications whenever we upload new content.
Also, we have something very exciting that we want to share with you all. Now, this channel is very important, not just for propelling our business, but our interaction with you guys, and we really appreciate you guys. So what we are planning on doing is starting a podcast where you can leave comments and information, and it will be discussed live during the podcast. So if you think you'll be interested in this, please help us out. In your comments, state yes or no, and give us a little feedback, a little feel for if you think that podcast will be something important, but it's something exciting that we're really looking forward to. Right? So thanks again for being with us. Also, school has reopened. Our school tours are going full 100. Right? Check our video that we did with the school tours. You can get all the information about the prices and call us to schedule your date.
Right, so guys, thank you again for watching. I'm Sean Austin.
I'm Sean McLean.
I'm Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic Produce. Signing out. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Fed.